Hello guys, this is Izzy, and I decided to add to Catherine's video of making things from other things. But my section is more find something and alter it. It's a form of crafting cosplay. Some people buy, some people find, and some people completely create out of nothing. I do a find and alter type of method. And I create some things. I can't find everything, obviously, so some things I do have to create, but I try not to create everything because it ends up being a lot more money than I was willing to spend in the first place. So I'd say this is a very cost-effective way to do things. So I'm going to talk about two cosplays that I mainly use this technique for. Actually both from Black Butler or Kuroshitsuji. Fairly recent costumes, especially my Grell, which is one of them. The other one is my Ciel, which I only wore once, unfortunately. I would like to use it more, but unfortunately my wig is, it just has, it's too old now, it's gotten really raggedy, and I really don't want to buy a new wig for one costume, because I'm kind of done with Ciel, though I love being Ciel so much, but I've moved on to Grell, I guess. Anyway, enough blabber. Let's talk about my Ciel, which I can picture right here. So first let's talk about the shirt. I have to do this with one hand, so let's see if this works out. This shirt, it needs to be ironed so bad. This shirt was a shirt I found in, all this stuff I found in a secondhand shop of some kind. A thrift store, stuff like that. So this shirt came with these frills. It had these frills, the cloth frills, and the frills on top here, which was a good start, but I needs more for the costumes, so I added lace behind those frills, and it kind of made it blend in real nice, and it worked out real nice. And then I added lace to the bottom as well, as you can see, and I got this nice little like double layered lace to make it look really fancy. See? And it came out very well. I also had to cut the bottom of the shirt because it was too long, and that worked out okay. And it was also like the kind of shirt that was uneven in some parts, and this needed to be even because of the lace. So that's how that worked out. This was a more easy part. The only hard part was I suck at symmetry, and to get these sides to be symmetrical was a feat. Okay, now this part of it, well actually I'll do that part last. This is just the vest. This I didn't make at all. This was found. It's easy to find vests most of the time, though some vests, ones you need to be really particular about, are really hard to find, but I found this one. Ciel's is actually really tight. It's kind of like corset-esque, and this one has like I'm blanking on the name for this. It's like a scrunchy thing. It makes it tight. It's not exactly like his, because his is a lot longer and like lengthier looking, but this is the best I could find, and it worked out pretty well. It worked with the shirt well. Now, the last part of this costume that wasn't like the leggings and the shorts, which, you know, I just were in my closet already. This is the train, which I had to make entirely, because you can't find trains anywhere. It was very difficult because I have a very low level of sewing skill, and this was pretty difficult level. Basically, it all starts with this layer, which is the longest layer, and it's attached to an elastic. Everything's attached to an elastic, and it's slightly pleated. Also, I think this is, this is like a double layer, because it's only striped on one side, as you can see, so I had to double layer this, which makes it look kind of weird because it's really thick, but whatever. And then it was this layer here, this one here, and what we actually did, my mom helped me out with this, because she's got a higher level sewing skill than I do. Instead of using different layers for each thing, we just kind of folded up the layer and tacked it down like that. So it looks like a layer. And this looks like a layer too, and everything looks like a different layer, but it's the same thing. So, like, I think you'll be able to see it better if I do this. See how it's like tacked up like that? Yeah, that way we don't waste a lot of fabric. And then underneath each layer was this black lace was sewn. And that made it look cool. And there was some black lace sewn on the top as well. So yeah, and you just sort of put the elastic around her waist and automatic tail thing, train, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's all it is to that costume. Well, there's also like flowers, which I found at the craft store, and beads, which I found at the craft store, and little accessories like that. But yeah, and his rings, which I already had because I've been Ciel before. Now on to the more recent one. This is my Grell costume, which was a bit difficult, but it was probably easier than the Ciel. The great thing is, what is in my pocket? Oh, it's my scissors. Okay. I probably shouldn't keep my scissors in there, but whatever. What was awesome is I wasn't gonna be Grell. I had no intention of being Grell. I wanted to because I love him, but I didn't think I'd ever get a chance because I had so much planned and I don't know how I'd make it and it was too expensive to buy. But anyway, focus, thank you. So I found this plain red trench coat with these ugly stuffed shoulder pads in the secondhand store, and it was like the perfect color, and I knew that I could just alter it, and I was able to just alter it. How I altered it was I lined the jacket for one in this black bias all the way around, which was a tedious process. I lined the cuffs, which was, oh my gosh, I didn't know how terrible it would be for me to do this on my own with like no sewing talent, but it was so difficult to sew around this thing, but it came out pretty well. I also colored all the buttons black because they were brown, and I added a bow. This bow kind of sucks, but it's what I had. It's actually, I didn't buy any extra fabric for this bow. I found fabric, and I just made it, just like tacked it on there. So it's just a bow in the back. But it ended up costing me like nothing, because since the coat was at a secondhand store, it was and it was half price too, so I think it was $6, or maybe it was less, I don't remember, but it was around that price, and that was awesome. And the vest is actually my sister's vest. You may recognize it. It's from her Sebastian costume, and I don't like using this vest for Grell. I feel like his vest is a lot darker than this, but I bought like a black vest for him, and it just didn't look right. This one looked better than the black, and those were my only real two choices, because I could not find the right color. His vest is like, sometimes it's brown, sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's black. You just, it's confusing. You never know what color it actually is. And this is just a plain white shirt I had in my closet, and the ribbon, I just found a white and red striped ribbon, just online fabric, and just bought some of it. I think it's a yard of it, and that's all I used for that. The shoes, I just used shoes that actually worked very well for him, that I just happen to have in my closet. I wear them every day, and the pants are just regular black pants. My glasses came with the wig, so that was nice. So it was actually a pretty simple costume. Just the coat was a bit of a feat, and then once that was done, it was all good. I've also done this with other things, which I don't normally use. Like, I've done hold on, we're gonna venture in my closet for a second. I have done something like Catherine, where I took random pieces of fabric and made something out of it, but God, it didn't come out too well. It's a Rin Kagamine costume made out of like pajamas and glue. It's not sewn or anything, it's just glued. and it's not too good. I just keep it in here for no reason, really. I don't think I'll ever wear it. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you can find stuff that works perfectly for your costume, and you don't even have to alter it. I don't have it with me right now, but for my Panda Hero costume, I was the pink-haired Panda Hero Gumi. The jacket I found online, it was a used jacket for $18. That's the only thing I really had to pay for. And then I had orange tights, boots, some ski goggles, and I made a fluffy thing. And that was it. I try my best to save as much money as possible on my costumes. So another costume that I made entirely out of either stuff I had in my closet and altered, or focus, or just like found and altered, you know, all that stuff. If I can find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is stuff. This is the base dress for my Temari costume. You may notice it's short-sleeved. That was my first cosplay, so it was mainly closet stuff, because I was trying not to buy anything, since it was first cosplay, first con, first everything. So I used that dress with the short sleeves, but I put leggings around my arms, which hurt like hell after a while. Then I just had to make the sash, the red parts on the arms, the shoes, which I did sort of a cheater's way. The gloves, which I just cut out of old gloves. The headband, which Catherine made a video about. Mine's much better looking than hers, I swear. Mine's like much cooler. She did it in a way different than mine. And mine turned out to be better, I think. Also, oh, I have two. I have two? Looks better. Did I really make two? No, I didn't. Did I? Is this? Whoa, I made two. Okay, what, my life. Anyway, though, so that was difficult, just to find all the stuff, and it became really uncomfortable, and the wig was impossible to style. But, you know, it was my first cosplay, and it actually turned out pretty good. So yeah. Also a good way to save money on some things. For my Serah costume, I did buy the costume because it was very, very cheap. I found it very, very cheap, but I made all the accessories. Oh my god, it was so hard, actually, but it saved me a lot of money. Like, it's much better than having to buy them all. I had to hand paint all the beads and string them together, and now they're all tangled together. That's nice. Then I made this thing out of clay and stuff. So, yeah, make your accessories because it'll save you more money in the long run. And if you make both your accessories and alter your costume, you actually end up saving a lot of money. And always check in thrift stores. Always check in secondhand stores, things with used clothing. Ask your friends. Just, you know, always check that stuff before you go out and actually buy stuff. But I think that's about all I have to talk about. God, I've been rambling, huh? But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.